Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busted it open since 2007, and today we're going to review Master Universe Masterverse New Eternia ManEFaces. Now, this is who I have been wanting in the Masterverse line. Where to begin with ManEFaces? ManEFaces hold so much joy to me, no matter what rendition or what version of ManEFaces that was ever created, along with other MOTU characters. It just does something to me. It puts me in nostalgic mode. I love ManEFaces. I always felt, when I was a kid, he felt as though he was more than just one action figure. You could literally turn a head and you literally had a robot, you had a monster. I loved how he had the support hoses going on in his chest and everything. I always pictured them to be like galvanized in steel. I love the way his skin looked like, his body looked like it was part mechanical, it was biomechanical. Everything about ManEFaces has always been my favorite. And over him, Mattel has made me happy by making the Masterverse version of ManEFaces. ManEFaces was always pretty much like what I looked at him as, like the, well, when I got into Master Universe, I felt as though it was this high energy, high fantasy world of action figures and you know, toys and stuff, because you had Zodak, which pretty much represented like the zodiac sign of the universe. You had He-Man. They were like literally masters of the universe. So I felt as though like ManEFaces would be like the judge or living tribunal of the Master Universe. But enough about me. ManEFaces is from, there's many different lores that go along with him. There's one where as though he is pretty much like came from the technology aspect or the technology part of Eternia. Then there's other things where as though he was just, because you know the Master Universe world is full of like mysticism, fantasy, and mysteries, that he was one of those mysterious characters that was pretty much like a wild card. He was sometimes an enemy, sometimes a friend. You know, they did that a lot with the Master Universe figures, because Zodak was supposed to be a bad guy, Stratos was supposed to be a bad guy, but you know, he ended up in the comics being a friend of He-Man. Very powerful character, always loved him. And over here, let me bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see the box. Over here, we have Master Universe New Eternia ManEFaces. ManEFaces on the side, it says Human Robot Monster. And over here, we have some beautiful artwork of ManEFaces on the back. And it says right here, when Castle Grayskull shattered New Eternia, the mind of an adventurer shattered with it. Now known as ManEFaces, his cursed forces, let me read it because I'm trying to read it through the camera. His curse forces him into the faces of many beings, from human to monster to robot, each with its own memory and agenda. Little does he know the combined memories of his many faces are the map for restoring Eternia to glory. And that is awesome. I love ManEFaces, always a wonderful character. I kept him, ManEFaces was one of those characters, I had lost one. He had been replaced for me like 2-3 times as a kid growing up. And you have these other figures within the line. You got Pighead, Shadow Weaver, and Sorceress. I have all of them, and I will be reviewing them, but I had to do ManEFaces as soon as I got them in my hands. It says, empowering the next generation through play. You have a barcode at the bottom here. Legal mumbo jumbo going on. What else? And I think that's it. 30 points of articulation up at the top, Masterverse, and the pretty much graphics of like some hieroglyphic graphics going on. We also have like a, what is that, barcode up there. And I think that's it for the box. But this art, oh no, look at this awesome artwork right here. And of course, it's done in a window box like most Master Universe figures are done. It is looking great. 6+ over here, and I think that's about it for the box. But I'm loving this artwork on this box. Again, this one looks like this it was a different version of ManEFaces right there. I'm loving this skull face right here, boy. And this looks like Keldor a little bit, and if anybody doesn't know, Keldor is before he became Skeletor. So let's bust this guy open and see if ManEFaces Masterverse New Eternia ManEFaces is worth the scratch. All right, and here we have ManEFaces out of the package, and boy, I am just overloaded with nostalgia right now. I love ManEFaces. Remember, if you're a fan of the channel, you know that I've been talking about ManEFaces for a minute. I have every rendition of ManEFaces that has ever been released, including like the Origins line. The 2000X line just blew it out the park for me. And this is like a nice combination of the classics and 2000X line right here. But enough about that. Let's go into the accessories real quick. He comes with this beautiful case of different faces, because ManEFaces is an actor and a mask, kind of like, I would say he's kind of like, in some aspects, like a little bit like the Zartan of the Master Universe. Over here, you got some pegs in the back. You got like a nice eye sculpted onto the front. It's done in a hard plastic as well. But I would tell you to be careful, because as you can see, this line is turning white right here. And what that means is that eventually it's going to pop. But these faces inside of here, they can be removed and placed on his face. I'm going to bring them real close for you. Let me see. I had to move some of these around because they're pegged in very tightly. They're in there really tight. And you have the Keldor face right here, if you can see it. Hold on, let me try to grab it from here. That's the Keldor face, and the pegs right here that plug into his face mask, or his face dial over here, and you can just put it right back in the case, thus so. But be careful, not, because you know what the thing is that they're stuck in there pretty hard too. Here is his other alternate face, looking really good. Great paint scheme, as you can see right there, with the plugs in the back so that you can peg it into him. And I'm going to show you later how you can peg in his various faces right there. Then you have the skull face, which is the one I can't wait to put on him. Sheesh, that thing is stuck in there. And it looks really, really good. Paint is real good. The hollow of the eyes are very dark. Nice gray paint going on. Nice sculpting of a skull. I guess this is the combat Skeletor, the mimic Skeletor. I don't know. I think it looks great. I'll put that back in there. Plug it in. I'm not going to plug it in all the way because I want to be able to pull it back out. But the case is real nice, and it closes up like this. And you can put the case on his back, which I'll show you later as well. Then you have these two fists, which I think are absolutely wonderful. Every action figure should come with a fist. Comes some sculpting along the top. You see like some corrugation going on along the top, or like some shielding or plating going on the top. And of course, it has the two pegs on the back right there. And his signature beautiful big giant orange or carrot gun. Big giant orange gun that he always came with. Sometimes they would give you a red one, and sometimes you would get an orange one, depending on what line they were releasing at that time. And it has a nice little plug right here. Now, what I noticed, which I've never seen within the packaging, is that inside of the package, if you look real good, they show you instructions on how to turn his head. All right. Now, this right here seems as though you use this on top to turn his head. But me, myself, I didn't have any problem using my fingers to turn his head. Some people say that they had to use the thing because it was very stiff. Mine, I'm able to do with my fingers, like that, you see? So I don't have to really use that, which I think is cool. But I mean, like, yeah, those are all his weapons, but there's some nice sculpting in the weapon. No wash on it or anything like that, but very good classic G1 look to it. I love the big musket look in the front of his shotgun pistol, or whatever you want to call it. Nice and oversized and big. Now we're going to get to the creme de la creme, which is my main man. The doo-doo man. Nah, my main man, ManEFaces. Let me put his regular face back on, bring this a little bit closer. He looks amazing. Loving it. Loving the support system that like the respirator support system. I always loved that about ManEFaces. It seemed like he was just wearing his weakness right on his body, but you know it's made out of galvanized hoses and stuff like that. You got the vents going on, the back plating on the back of the arms to show you that he's techno-organic and stuff like that. Then you got the holes in the back, which I told you can plug this into right here. You can plug this into so that he can pretty much travel with the backpack, with his backpack on him. And this fits in really nicely, as you can see. pull that out. You can also take the gun and plug it into his back right there. So you can accessorize him to look real good. Me, myself, I'm loving this look right here. But back to the aesthetics of this guy. You got the shiny metallic paint going on with the purple right there. You got the corrugation, or like the vents right here, the corrugated plating going on right there. Nice metallic paint going all the way down to the boots along the back of the legs. Got the thigh-high boots, or whatever you want to call them right there going on. Or his cybernetic boots going on that are meshed with his skin. Beautiful metallic paint going on, gray paint on the arms. Face sculpt is on point. Let's see what the other one looks like. Robot face looks amazing right there. And the other one is Monster Face, the one that was terrorizing the town. If you remember any of the books or anything, Monster Face looks very good, very G1 look right there. This is a beautiful figure, absolutely beautiful. I love how they meshed in the muscle tone with the cybernetics, or pretty much the techno-organic skin. Got the shielding over the head, nice sculpting in that. Everything looks good on this boy. Let me see. Holes on the bottom, no treads or anything, but nice shin guards, nice knee pads right there going on with the boots. I'm loving this color scheme. It is very classic G1. I am loving this figure. Now, as far as like in terms of like articulation, there's not much you're gonna get in terms of the head, okay? It's not like the Origins one where you can turn the whole top piece, or like the 2000X version, or the Classics one where you could turn this whole shielded piece around here that protects his head. You can't do that. But you can get like nice rotation and movement in his, arm within the shoulders and everything. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, as you can see, twisting and pivoting at the wrist. You got a little bit of a side tilt, nice decent ab crunch, nothing spectacular, but decent ab crunch going on. Leg split is great right there, very good leg split. Thigh cuts, double hinged knee, twisted the calf, ankle rocker, so you can pivot, and you can pivot up and down, as you can see right there. Now, as far as like the heads that are going on with this guy, okay, let me bring this right here. You carefully pull this off, thus so. And see, there you have like ManEFaces looking creepy, but you can easily turn this right here. I didn't need the gun to turn it. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they said the piece was so stiff up here to where as though they could not turn it. Pull his faceplate off like that. Let's replace it with the, you know what I wanted, right? Let's put the skull on. Thus so, plug it in. Put the shielding back on. And there, wow. I am loving, look at this. Look at this. Can you still turn it? Yep. Turning is no problem for my ManEFaces. Maybe, some are a little bit, stiffer than other ones. Loving the robot face. The monster face. And this is when I guess he just means death. I am loving this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Let's try another face. Here he is with the Keldor face. And they did a great job. I don't care what nobody's face say. This is Keldor's face right here. They did a great job with this. And of course you can spin it. I had no problem spinning mine. Some people, they said they had to use the gun which plays as a little wrench. If you look in the inside, it plays as a little wrench right in here. But I had no problems twisting mine. Let's see him with the other alternate face. And here he is with the other face right here. This face looks boss too. I like all of the faces. All of the faces. ManEFaces is my all-time favorite. Now I saw like Mattel was releasing some newer figures that are coming out this year. There were Ram Man, Buzz Off, Man at Arms, where he had like the cloak on, or pretty much where he had the cloak on, and then there was a Merman in a G1 style, which is very good. I am going to run this line until they stop. I absolutely love it. This guy looks great, and I mean, I don't know. I just can't stop admiring him because I'm such a ManEFace fan, such a Master Universe fan. So what we're going to do, we are going to, let me see how he looks with his gun in his hand before I start giving you guys some pictures. And the gun, you know what, they I think they took note in terms of the plastic, right? And made it a little bit more pliable to put stuff in their hands, because man, that last, which I'm not complaining, but yeah, this nice chunky gun too. Liking this. Look at this. This looks good in his hand. Looks really good. Looks really good. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some pictures, and I will be right back with my final thoughts on Masterverse New Eternia ManEFaces. So as a whole, I think ManEFaces looks absolutely amazing. He's what I wanted. I am not upset with this figure, nor am I disappointed in any shape, form, or fashion. He is coming in at about, let's see, how big is ManEFaces? ManEFaces is about at least 7 inches, as most MOTUs are. You know what I'm saying? But he's a great addition to the collection. I mean, you know, there's just so much going on with this guy. And of course, you know, you can change the hands out, thus so. But you can also take this backpack off, right? Take his backpack off, put it in his hand so he can pretty much carry it like it's a case or whatever the case may be. Seemed like, you know, he coming to a show. Because in the Filmation version, he was an actor. In the 2000X version, he was an entertainer as well. Once he stopped being a maniac and terrorizing people in this monster mode. Because what I come to understand, too, is that each mode that he takes on, they share the same thoughts, but they have different personalities, which I think is absolutely great. You can hold it in his hand like that. Then you can switch out, pull out the hand, and you can give him the fist right here. Push that in a little bit. Oh, wrong fist. You give him the fist right here, and he's ready. So he got the shotgun pistol in his hand, or the plasma shotgun pistol in his hand. Nice fist that's ready to clobber. Every action figure should come with a fist. All action figures should come with a fist. And he is looking great. I just love this guy. They did a great job, man. Great job. Gonna get a lot of posing and playtime with this dude right here, man. This guy looks great. So let's do a comparison. Here he is next to 40th anniversary He-Man. Move it over a little bit. Here he is next to 40th anniversary He-Man. Here he is next to Masterverse He-Man, pretty much, you know, the Revelations He-Man. And all these He-Man action figures I absolutely love. I love them. Here he is next to a, let's see, a Naughty Viper. Let's stand him right there. And here he is next to, let's see, we'll do this, but hey, why not? Here he is next to Steel Will from Silverhawks. As you can see, he's a much bigger figure than Steel Will from Silverhawks. A must-have. A must-have in your collection. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you but to pick this guy up. He is absolutely wonderful. Beautiful. I am a very, 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 I know you guys be like, oh, you like every figure you have. Just about, yeah, every figure I do have, I do like. But there are certain ones that hold a certain place in my heart when, or like they just bring like a level of nostalgia over me when it comes to character, like, you know, them modernizing the character, and they did a great job with this guy right here. As a matter of fact, let me see it in a comparison next to him, next to the MOTU Classics ManEFaces. Here he is next to MOTU Classics ManEFaces. And they're about the same size, yeah. Wow, that's cool. But I like them both. You can give me as many ManEFaces as you want, and I like them both. I can't wait till they release that brand, man. Yes, I know the series is coming to an end, or the toy line is coming to an end, or they're just going to go a different direction and possibly just calling it all New Eternia, or just making it online only. But nothing lasts forever. But in the meantime, while we're getting it, I'm going to rock it. I like them both. I mean, actually, it seems, which is usually rare. Usually the MOTU Masterverse version is taller than the MOTU Classics version, but I'm not complaining at all. They both look beautiful to me. They did a great job, man. A great job. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do? Bust it open.